Morning everyone, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto. My name is Stephen Aitchison. What a shit day. What an absolute shit day in the markets. It is a bloodbath at the moment. Not so good. Bank holiday here over in the UK. But I'm not going to be live on tomorrow. I've got stuff to do tomorrow. Kind of personal stuff that I've been kind of dealing with over the last few weeks. So I won't be live tomorrow. That's why I decided to do one today. I know not as many people will be in, but that's cool. So we're just going to see what's happening in the markets today. We're going to be talking about general what's happening in the markets, talking about Tron, obviously, Babb and INnv as well, Ether Sports, and Blitz Predict as well. We're going to be looking at that as well, which is the coins I called last week. So we'll just take a quick look at them, but we'll just see who's in the house just now. 1 second. Okay, I'll just jump over. Okay, we've got Christopher Dalsin in this morning, Dominic's in, King Baviro is in, Dominic, oh I've just said that, Dean, Matthew Parks, Bruce Rudling, Honest Crypto Journey, good morning to you from Edinburgh. Hope it's nice over there, it's a beautiful day here as well. It was brilliant yesterday as well. Eddie Holland, JC Standard, Davey Stew is in. Good day Steve, we'll come back from a weekend away, my portfolio is missing a bit. Maybe you should paint your face like William Wallace and tell us to hold. Hold. I love that bit in the film. Studio 10, Himanshu Bat. Good morning to you. Is you a new person to this channel? It's good to have you here. If you like these videos, smash the likes. Did we say smash? Crush the likes. Crush the likes. Crush the likes. Hit the subscription button and hit the notification bell as well so you can get notifications when I'm going live or when there's a new video coming out as well. I go live every weekday, although this week it's going to be a bit up in the air, but I'll let you know in the Telegram group, and if you want to join us over in the Telegram group as well, you can join us over there. And I've just released a monthly program as well. I need to do the other sales page for the main program, but I've released a monthly program at $37 a month, and we've got 4 calls per month on that, and a lot of them have done relatively well, although in this market not so well. Simone Hendricks is in, Jacob Hopkins is in, Reginald Bower, Stephen King, Kim O'Brien. Good morning to you, Kim. Good to see you here on live. Meng Lai, Shea Engov, Jen Mon is here as well. Welcome back, Jen. Marina Paps, Dalton Barry is in. Misty morning in Edinburgh. Good morning to you. So we've got the Scottish posse in the house as well. The British posse is here. Christopher A, good morning to you, Stephen. Hope all is well with you. Do you have any thoughts on Genesis Vision? We'll take a look at some coins. We'll just take a look at the overall kind of market just now. See what the hell's going on. So market capitalization overall is 314 billion, which is down quite a lot again, down another 20 billion or so. So it's just like one of those days where you go, oh God, not again, or here we go again. So we'll just see where we've been at. It's probably at the lowest point it's been for the last month or so. So within the last 4 weeks, it has been up to 466 billion. It's lost about 150 billion over the last 4 weeks. You might be wondering, where does all that money go? Where does all the money go when it says it loses the market capitalization? Bitcoin dominance is up to 39.3%, which means more people are going into Bitcoin just now. Bitcoin is actually a good price to buy just now, but obviously short term we might be looking at another dip short term, and we're going to be looking at some charts as well, just basic kind of TA stuff and seeing where that's going. We'll look at Tron as well. So we'll just get up to, where is Tron at the moment? It's not 949. Need to refresh that. It was from last night, I think. 898 Tron is just now. So Tron's taken a big dip just now as well, and it doesn't look good in the charts for Tron, although on the daily it's still in play. On the daily, on the 6-hour charts, it's looking to cross over the 7 MA, is looking to cross over the 25 MA, and obviously on the hourly chart it'll be way down. Yeah, it is going down. So 898 Satoshi just now. So we'll just take a look at Bitcoin, see where that is just now. So Bitcoin, another fall again to 7215. It's kind of up slightly. It has gone under the 7,200 today, but it's down to 7,200. Okay, so it looks like, and this is on the daily chart, it looks like the next kind of support level is around about 6,900 for Bitcoin. So if it falls any further, that's the next kind of line we're looking at. Then after that, about 6,400, that's the next support level. Around about 6,400, or 6,500, sorry, not 6,400. So we'll just look at the bigger picture and see, yeah, about 6,500 is the next support. After that, we're talking, goodness, we don't even want to discuss that. So we did say last week that it could go down to 6,500, but I didn't think it would go any lower than that. So hopefully it doesn't, but the next two support lines, $6,900, $6,500, and we'll see what happens after that. Might not get to that, but it's just looking that way just now, just looking at the charts and a simple TA, but you can never tell. These, you just look at the charts to give you an indication, but we have to remember a lot of people trade off the charts, a lot of people trade off technical analysis as well. So when they see kind of some technical analysis points hitting, they will sell at certain points. So we have to kind of know technical analysis as well. So 6,900 and 6,500. Hopefully it doesn't get to that as well. We'll just look at a couple of the others. They'll all be following similar patterns as well. Cardano, yep, down to 18 cents it is just now. Bitcoin Cash is down to $929. Binance is down to $12.23, which represents a really good buying opportunity. Binance, I think, is going to be a brilliant coin over the long term. And I do see it hitting $100, Binance. I know that's a kind of bold prediction there, but I do see it hitting $100. They're going to be coming out with their own DEX soon as well. So I think Binance is going to be a brilliant coin for the future. Ethereum probably down as well, the same amount with Bitcoin. Yep, $534 for Ethereum, which affects obviously the DEX exchanges, or the DEXs, like kind of Bancor and IDEX. All the coins will be down in dollar value. Litecoin down to 113. Neo down to 49. Qtum down to $12.48. And XRP is down to 57 cents. So if you're looking at this just now, short term, it doesn't look good short term, but short term in crypto is like a week. And it could be all back up again within a week. And we've got to remember, and I keep saying this, we've got to remember, most people think Bitcoin is going to, well, a lot of people think Bitcoin is going to go down to maybe 6,500 and even below that, maybe 5,000. But every single person that says it's going to go down says it's going to go back up again. It's going to shoot back up to its all-time highs before the end of the year. And if you really truly believe that, there's no need to worry short term. There's no need to worry. It does look shit when you go into your portfolio and you see it down another 10% or 20% or 50%. I've seen mine down 60% over the last kind of year or so, which is not good. It's not good looking at that. But if you truly believe in crypto and you believe it's all going to go back up and Bitcoin is going to go back up as well, and there's more money coming in via institutional investors, then it's all going to be good in the long run. It might be better just to step away from the computer for a couple of weeks, and I know how difficult that can be. But we want to look at Tron as well. So what's happening with Tron? I found a kind of an interesting pattern with Tron. So I'm going to show you this kind of ascending triangle at the moment. So the ascending triangle line, top line, is around about 1,014, 1,020 or something like that. And kind of the price has gone up here, you can see here, and kind of drew this triangle last week, or beginning of last week, and said, okay, if it breaks down below that, it looks as if we're going to go down again. It has broken down. This is on the 1 day chart. It has broken down below the 920. We're at 900 just now, but it has gone down as low as 863. However, looking at this, it looks as if it's going to go a wee bit lower in the short term. And we'll look at it on the 6-hour chart as well, just to give you more of an indication. So this is the kind of ascending triangle we've got here, and triangles are good just to look for breakout patterns as well, either break down below or break above. So if it was to break above 1020, then that would be a good time to get in. But if it breaks below this ascending triangle line, then it's maybe a time to get out if you're trading short term, or hold if you want to hold, if you really believe in Tron, and Tron's got a bright future ahead of it, I believe, in my opinion. But you can see the bottom line of this ascending triangle. It looks as if it's going to be using that as support. It's touched it as support at 914 and come back down slightly. So we'll need to wait and see what happens here. Just look at the hourly chart. This is still within this is a kind of wedge here, or the triangle here, and about 1020 up here. And yeah, it's using this as support on the hourly as well. So once it touches that line, and you'll be able to draw these quite easily yourself if you're on TradingView or something, you'll be able to see this as well on the triangle. It's much more easier to see on the 6-hour and the 1 day, but it looks as if it's using the bottom of that ascending triangle line as support now. Sorry, resistance, not support, resistance. I do apologise. So it's not looking good at the moment short term for Tron, but you never know with Tron. As soon as Justin Sun kind of sends out a tweet, it could go jumping back up again. You just never know. So not a good time to be out of Tron, but if you're short term trading, you never know. Well, if you're short term trading, it's not a good time to be in. Okay, we'll just go back to the comments. Jacob Hopkins, change your thoughts. Yes. Simone Hendricks, good morning to you. Kim O'Brien, wasn't expecting it. All right, we've seen that. Good morning to you, Steve. Good morning from Canada. Sasson. Lots of not again days in crypto, unfortunately. It has been over the last 5 months. It's like, or the last 4 months, it's like, oh God, not again. It's down again, it's down again, it's down again. But it'll come back up. It will come back up. There is more money coming in. It's been more accepted. And one thing I've noticed as well over the last couple of months, before, when Bitcoin was going down back in February, well, January, February, March, from December, January, February, kind of onwards, it was going down, and a lot of people were saying, a lot of the kind of news sites were saying, that's the end of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not going to be here anymore. It's just going to go down the tubes. Nobody's going to be using it. It's not going to be adopted, mass adopted. But there's none of that shite anymore. There's none of that in the news that Bitcoin is going away. The general consensus is Bitcoin's going down, but it's going to come back up. That's a general consensus aggregated across the news sites. So it's none of this Bitcoin is going away, crypto's going away. It's none of that anymore, which is a kind of shift in thinking when you look at that from that point of view. There is a shift in thinking about cryptocurrencies overall. Now, with the kind of markets overall, there's a hell of a lot of coins out there, and we have to be careful about the ones we're picking. We have to be careful about the ones we're investing in. Obviously, the top ones like Bitcoin, Ethereum, I'd say Ripple as well, and the top coins just now, they're the ones that probably will be around for the long term. But if you look at the other coins, they might not be here kind of long term. So we have to, and I'm saying long term, 2-3 years time or something. But that's why it's good picking coins to get more Bitcoin or get more Ethereum or to get more Bitcoin Cash, whatever one you think is going to really stay here for the next 2 or 3 years. Litecoin, Neo, Cardano, for example. Dean had a ridiculously low buy order in TRX overnight and it filled. Excellent, well done. Well done. MT's in the house as well. Good morning to you, MT. Good to have you here. Stephen Seathouse, morning, Steve. Thanks for the channel. So encouraging. Thanks very much, Stephen. Yeah, so it is kind of a lot of people are doom and gloom about kind of Bitcoin and markets overall, but we still have to remember it's short term. It's just short term. if you look at it short term, and a lot of people can't see past a week, but if you look at it for the long term, then that's when you go, it's okay, it's cool, portfolio's down, that's fine, but there's still going to be some amazing buying opportunities, and I've seen some brilliant ones as well. We'll just go back to Binance. 903 for Tron just now. Okay, so let's look at kind of Binance. Bitcoin is 76 just now. Now, I've been saying for ages this is going to be a brilliant trading coin. It has proved to be a good trading coin as well. A lot of people are kind of trading it. Although it's just gone all the way down, to be honest, but there has been some jumps up, say from 106 to 117, which is not really a jump, to be honest. But I just think Bitcoin could be a really good trading coin as well. So there's going to be some brilliant opportunities. Encash as well, down 318, Poet down 360, Storm 415, Fun 457, TNB, XVG. Some brilliant opportunities to get in at a low price for some of these coins. IOST as well, 533. And when Bitcoin starts coming back up, that's when you're going to see the big rises again. But with this mentality that, oh, everything's going down, everything's doom and gloom, then you're not going to make any money. If you've got that mentality, you've got to say, okay, where could be the opportunities to get in again, or double down or triple down on your investments? If you've got the money, that's the only thing. You've got to have the money there to do that. I'm just looking at the top losers there. Skycoin. So I need to look in the 1 hourly for Skycoin, because it's recently just been added. Yeah, so Skycoin's down quite a bit just now to $19. Yeah, so it doesn't look good in the markets overall, but long term, again, I keep saying that long term, we have to kind of think about it long term and where it's going to go there. Rennie Peterson, good morning Steve. No Pundix in title. Pundix is doing great, and when voting, yeah, we'll have a wee look at the Banker exchange as well. Banker network, because I want to kind of talk about some of the coins on there. Okay, so the first one, Kin, which we recommended a couple of weeks ago. So we recommended it around about this price at 166. This is dollar value, and it went up to about 380 from here. So we got 150%, and some people kind of got out, some people got in. This is a good long-term one. I got out with my original investment, so it's a long-term one. It's a good one. Bax is 1881 just now, or 1.8%, and that again, that represents another good buying opportunity to accumulate more Bax. They've not come out with any news yet. There's no more news coming from Bax at the moment with regards to the banking licenses. I do expect that over the next couple of weeks. I think they'll release something over the next couple of weeks, but it wouldn't be prudent to kind of release, well, it might be, I was going to say it wouldn't be prudent to release the kind of news in this type of market when it's a down market at the moment. We're still in a bear market very much. What other ones we're going to look at? XBP is 0.5% or 5.7%, and that's still up from where I recommended it last week. I think it was 4,600, 4.6% I recommended that, so it's still up. Still holding XBP, still think it represents a good opportunity. I think it's on CoinMarketCap again. XBP, yeah, it is. So $1.96 million. So we've looked at that already. Still represents a good buying opportunity for me. 0.8%. It has been up as high as. So I've got my original investment out in that. Again, I'm still holding a lot of Blitz Predict, and gone into another coin as well. I looked at kind of Invatio, I don't know how you'd actually pronounce it. So that's up to 12 cents. I recommended it at, I think it was 19 cents. So it's down with the overall market just now. So not doing well, but it could be a good buying opportunity if you kind of believe in that. This was one of the coins I thought of the three I chose last week, this is one of the coins where it was more risky, this one. So you've got to kind of look at that as well. So INnv, what was the other one we were going to talk about? Oh, Ether Sports, ESZ. Really like this one for the long term. Oh, it's down to 34 cents or 35 cents. So 1.7 market cap. Recommended this, I think it was 39 cents I recommended this at. So it's down a wee bit, but for the longer term I think it's a really good one if they can bring out the platform and get people onto the platform as well. I think this is going to be an amazing one for at least a 10x for the end of the year and 10x for the end of the year for XBP as well. And INnv, we need to kind of jury's out still on that one, but I thought represented there was a good risk to reward ratio on that, so I thought that was a good one. Who else is on the bank? Or Babb, I've no worries about at all with Babb. I'm just going to see their kind of market capitalization just now. Obviously that will be down with the BTC price as well. 38 million. It's just such a good opportunity for Babb, especially with the news going to be coming out soon with their banking license. And I've not got an insider knowledge, and I'm just presuming going on the timescales because they've been over to Bahrain already. They talked about 30 days to get the application in. They're going to be sandboxed as well. I think they're sandboxed already. So expect something about the Bahrain banking license to come out very soon within the next couple of weeks as well. Fully expecting that. Team are working hard in the background as usual. They've got a brilliant team over at Babb, and they've got a brilliant presence on Telegram, Facebook and Twitter as well. They do really well, and they've got a lot of updates as well. It's just been quiet just now because they're working on the banking licenses. So I have no worries there whatsoever with regards to Babb. Ant-Man, mass adoption is way off. It's going to be like this low up and down for a couple of years, I think. Hodl and buy low. Yeah, I think so. Well, I don't know about a couple of years. I think it is going to be slow for mass adoption, but that's a good thing for us. And we have to see this as an opportunity because we're still, if there was, I don't know, say 9 stages of kind of mass adoption, we're still at stage 1. We're still at stage 1 just now, I believe. And maybe kind of going up to stage 2 because the institutional investors are starting to think about it kind of seriously, or they're getting into it already. We know they're into it already. They've just not come out and really said it, but more and more people and institutions are getting into it as well. So if we think there was 9 stages of mass adoption, and I don't know where that comes from, maybe I've kind of seen that somewhere, but if we think 9 stages of mass adoption, then we're still at stage 1 going on to stage 2. So we're still at the early stages. So if you're thinking, oh, this crypto thing is just not going to work for me, oh, you need to think again. This is going to be amazing. In 5 years' time, you're going to kick yourself if you get out just now. That's my belief. Obviously, put your big boy pants on, big girl pants on, do your own research, not your dad and all that shit. But that's my opinion. I really think it's going to change a lot of people's lives in the next couple of years. I wouldn't even say 5 years, as long as 5 years. I think the next couple of years. Tony Pettit, morning everyone. Thought you had a day off, Stephen. Good way to start a UK bank holiday. Yeah, I was going to have a day off, but I've got a day off tomorrow because we're going to hospital and stuff like that. So just dealing with doing the personal stuff tomorrow. So I don't know what it's going to be like this week. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to do a video, Tony. Studio 10, time to buy. Loads of good opportunities to buy. Bear market for another year, saying Chris. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a bear market for another couple of months. Possibly it's going to be up and down for a couple of months, then we're going to go shooting back up. I did expect Bitcoin to go up for the end of this month, to be honest, and start going up. I know it's not the end of the month yet, but it's not looking good at the moment. Catherine Davis, hi to you. Alex Jug is in the house, welcome to you. Peter J, what is a huge drop today, bigger than usual? Don't know the news. I've not looked at CNN. I just have a wee look at the news sites, see if there's anything that we can see. I've been researching coins this morning. Found a couple of good ones as well, but maybe not so good in this bear market at the moment. Right. I'm just seeing if there's any major news that's causing this. It's not a crash as such. So I'm talking crypto box this week, market downturn. That's May the 25th, so that's not really updated, that CoinDesk. Not good there. So there's nothing really in the news. And you'll notice in the news, if you kind of, even just if you have a brief glance at the news sites, if you have a brief glance, that more and more countries are starting to adopt Bitcoin as well. Buy Bitcoin, sell your altcoins. That was a report. It says pioneering Wall Street blockchain analyst. That was 15 years ago. I had a look at that this morning. So what they're saying is kind of buy Bitcoin and sell your altcoins. Just now, obviously, it does represent a good buying opportunity for Bitcoin. So that was from the capitalist Spencer Bogart, the venture capitalist Spencer Bogart, above by the year's end. So he thinks Bitcoin is going to above $10,000 by the year's end. I think he's being extremely conservative there. I think it's going to be above that. Who knows though? What else is going on? There's nothing really that would kind of say, oh, you could pin it and say this is why Bitcoin has gone down. Nope. UK financial regulator opens 24 investigations into crypto businesses for compliance. Interesting. Bank of England got open to the idea. That was a good one as well, and it looked like a good one for Babb. So Bank of England governor open to the idea of central bank digital currency. So Mark Carney was talking about the kind of CBDC. We spoke about that with regards to Babb as well. And remember, Babb is positioned extremely well for CBDCs. And that's a central bank digital currency. So if a bank wants to issue its own digital currency, in other words, they tokenize the money that they've got in their bank, Babb, the company, already have this platform in place and is compliant to do that as well. So if any bank was to say, okay, we want to issue our own digital currency, we don't know how to do it, we don't know how to go about it. So without researching it, they could go to Babb and Babb could actually do that for them. They've got that kind of platform and they've got the capabilities to do that right now. So they can do it, and that was one of the things I was really excited about as well. So I thought this was a good story as well. I know it's nothing to do with the market just now, but from a Babb point of view, I thought this was a good story when Mark Carney came out and said that and said they might be open to their own kind of central bank digital currency. But Babb have that on kind of line just now. They have the capability to do that. So that was one of the big things I was really excited about with Babb, and that's why I'm still extremely bullish on Babb as well. I know I keep talking about Babb, but it just represents a brilliant opportunity. Hold on a sec, and just go to the coins, getting it agreed, Rennie. I'm stocking up more PundX. Oh, PundX, yeah. I need to have a wee look at PundX. What are they doing just now? Still like them, still stocking up on them for the CYT-Crypto Community Fund as well. We're at 1 cent, just over 1 cent just now. I still think it's going to go up. We've got another 36 hours or so for people to buy for the airdrop. Remember, they're giving up 7.32% airdrop every month until December of this year. So I think people are going to stock up on that. So PundX still a good opportunity as well for the long term. They're still not released on CoinMarketCap their circulating supply. So I'm going to go to CoinCodex. Oh, that's Coin Checkup. CoinCodex. PundX. Oh. I just want to see what the market capitalization is. It's 648 million. That's the only thing that concerns me, is the 648 million. I just think it's a wee bit high just now. It's the only thing that concerns me, but I still think people are going to be buying for the airdrop. So I do see that as a good opportunity just now. Atif, ever came across Kepler Tech ICO? No. I've noticed as well, I've gone back, there was a lot of ICOs I wanted to get into a couple of months ago, and I've gone back and checked them out. And this might be one of the recommendations that I've got as well this week. I've gone back and checked them out, and most of them are way below their ICO price. So I'm not getting into ICOs anymore. I did before. I got into about 5 or 6 ICOs, and probably without exception, I think they're all below the ICO price. All of them. In fact, they are. I'm just trying to think of the ones I've got, and they are all of them, and they represent good opportunities just now. But I don't see the point in tying up my money to go into an ICO, so they've got the money there in their accounts. So I'm not going to be kind of buying any ICOs. There's one that I really like the look of, and it might be the exception to this, but I think I'm still going to wait. I think I'm still going to wait on that as well, and just wait till it comes to market, especially in this market just now. So no, I won't be looking at any ICOs. There's some really good ones, but I don't see the point just now. You're going to get some that come out in the 2x, 5x or 10x or whatever, but it's few and far between that's going to happen. So I'm always going to wait until they come to the market, but keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on them, just see what they're doing. Gethin Davis, let's get this triple bottom for Bitcoin out the way already so we can start to move back up. Yeah, we definitely want to move back up. Well, obviously we want to move back up. There's TRX. It's still following that pattern. SDT 7206. It's on the hourly chart. I've got to look in a 6 hourly. Yeah, it's going up a wee bit, but I just need to wait and see what happens. Just see. Christopher, Rain, good morning to you. Honest Crypto Journey, what do you think about Crypto Lark's Babb review? Thought it was interesting, but he didn't sound very bullish on it. Yeah, it was good. I liked his review on it. It was an honest kind of review, and Crypto Lark is an honest kind of YouTuber as well. I like that honesty. So Crypto Lark and kind of Data Dash, and there's a few others as well that are really good on YouTube. But yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good one. I don't know if he was overexcited about it, but it's still a good review, and it gets it kind of known as well, gets it out there and known to people as well. MT, Marcus and I called TRX and Steve's private group down to 88 sats, 880. His course is excellent, well worth considering, folks. Thanks very much, MT. MT is one of our kind of admins over there, but he's obviously one of our TA people as well. I'm not going to call him an expert because he wouldn't like that, but is one of the technical analysts kind of over there as well, and they do some brilliant kind of work in there in the group, in the premium group and the kind of the free group as well. So the premium group you can get if you buy the monthly course or monthly program, which the link is down below. You can obviously buy the program as well if you're just new to crypto, but I've not released that again yet. I stopped over the weekend. There's so many orders coming through, so I had to cap it, and then we're going on to the monthly program and the kind of normal program as well if you just want to learn about cryptos. But MT's in there as well, and Marcus Jafari is kind of doing some TA, and there's a lot of other people, James as well, doing some TA in there. So it's a really brilliant group, a mixed group of people from beginners up to intermediate, up to kind of near expert level as well. So if you want to join us in the free group, you can with the link down below, and join us at premium if you want to buy the $37 a month program. And it's brilliant just for the group alone. Just to pay that for the group alone, I think is worth it. But you're also going to get 4 calls a month. Atif, can you show what should be the criteria of a coin when day trading? Like we should see its volume and which indicator to follow. thanks. I've got that in the program, Atif. I'll go into in detail about that in the program, but it's usually I use the moving averages to do that, the 7, 25 and 100 day moving averages. So I've done that in previous videos as well. I've showed you kind of what I'm doing with that. So if you go back and look at some previous videos, Atif, you'll be able to see that. Stephen King, did you watch the Tone Vase with Tyler Jenks video on YouTube? Proper doom and gloom about Bitcoin. Tone Vase has been doom and gloom about Bitcoin for ages, and it seems everybody quotes Tone Vase when they say Bitcoin's going down to 4,000 or 2,300. It's one person's opinion. It's one person, yeah, is extremely experienced and stuff like that as well, but it's still at the end of the day one person's opinion. But it just seems everybody quotes Tone Vase as well, and they start to panic. Do your own thing. Just do your own thing. That's what I would say. And I think even Tone Vase says it's going to go up as well. But in the short term, they're kind of pouting or touting that this is going to go down. I can't remember the figure they quoted, but they're talking like 4,000, 3,200, 2,000. So yeah, no, I don't like the overly doom and gloom. I don't like particularly the overly optimistic either. I think you've got to have a balanced kind of view. Could it go down to 6,500? Yeah, there's a distinct possibility that that's going to happen. Could it go down to 5,000? Yeah, don't think it will, but could. Could it go down to 2,000? Don't think it ever will, ever go down to 2,000 unless big institutional people are in there already and they're going to push the price right down and totally manipulate it. Possibility as well. I just can't see it happening. Atif, Sealy is going to list on Hadex today. Excellent. Don't know too much about Sealy. Did you watch it? Alright. What about XNK, Steve? XNK, I did know about that. I think this is a new one that's listed. Is it listed as new? It's not listed as new, but XNK as well. I've looked at that. Where are we? XNK, so that's Inc Protocol. One sec. Yeah, so market capitalization of 5.77 million. It went on to Bancor yesterday or the day before. It's kind of down from its highs, but it's only been listed on Bancor recently. It's not been listed recently, but it's only been listed on Bancor recently. So it's down from about 10 cents. I think the ICO was about 13 cents for the ICO. And it's down, yeah, the ICO price was 13 cents, it tells you there. And the price is way down from the ICO price. So yeah, Inc Protocol, it does look good. If you want to, we go to the site. And what I like about they've already got a platform called Listia.com. Listia.com is a marketplace and they've got 10 million users. And this is the before, so this is almost like a reverse ICO. So before Inc Protocol was out kind of on the blockchain as a kind of payment service, this company or the team had something called Listia.com. And they had tokens out before they had the Inc Protocol tokens or the kind of Inc tokens. So they had tokens out there before and it seemed to work really well, and this is why they've got this kind of Inc Protocol coming out now just now as well. And Listia Marketplace, I don't know if you've seen that before, but I checked it out the other day as well. And it's just where you can buy and sell and you can earn kind of XNK tokens as well. So this is going to be the new platform and this is going to be the new kind of way to pay and get paid with. So you can earn lots of kind of XNK tokens if you go into Listia.com and check that out. So give a link to your friends and get to it. Okay, so I'll get a link there and that is not going to... right, so it's only for the... One sec. No, so I'm not going to do that. So yeah, if you refer as well, you can do that. So 10 million users on this site already. What's the Alexa ranking on that? 85,000 Alexa ranking, which is good. So yeah, I'll definitely check that out as well. And I have checked it out because I do a lot of kind of research on the kind of low market cap coins, and it's just been listed on Bancor as well, which we all like. And I've got some. I've got some just now just to see what it's going to be like. What's your current view on XTRD? So we'll just have a look on the IDEX just now. XTRD. It's down. I think I recommended it 3,900. But it's way down from that. I think it's down to about 2,500 just now. It's because the volume is so low. Look at the volume, only 10 ether worth of volume. Yeah, it's about 2,500 in ETH. I don't know if you call that GUI or GUI. 2,500, but the spread is much tighter, which is good. But total people who are bidding on it is 13. There's not that much trade at all, so they need to get on another exchange, XTRD. I still think it represents a good opportunity to get in for XTRD. This is one of the coins I recommended, about 3,900, so it's probably down about, what, 30%, 33% just now from where I recommended it. So I'm not always going to get it right on the calls, but we're talking, I only made this call about a couple of weeks ago. So I said this was going to be within, before the end of the year, I think we could 10x. And we'll just take a look at XTRD. I've kind of mentioned it before, I'll just kind of briefly look at them again. So basically it's unifying the cryptocurrency exchanges. So you don't have to go to lots of different, you've got these kind of arbitrage opportunities. So it's unifying all the cryptocurrency exchanges that way via a kind of API, but you don't have to do anything. So that's what's so good about it, but this is mainly catering for the big institutional investors because that's who we want into the marketplace to bring crypto money into the crypto space. That's really what we're looking for as well. However, having said that, I don't think they're going to really go into alts in a big way, but I think you're going to get a lot of ETFs coming out, exchange traded funds. They're going to be looking at the altcoins as well, and I think we'll have an alt market as well probably next year. So there's going to be lots of stuff like that, so it's going to be good, and XTRD are looking to do just that, bring the big institutional investors into this space, which is a good thing. It is a good thing. So we'll just have a look at XTRD where they're sitting at just now with regards to the capitalization. I don't think they're on coin market cap yet. Have they gone on? Nope, they're still not gone on. Coin Codex, are they still on that? Once they get onto these kind of things, they'll start to get noticed as well. Still no results for it. In fact, I'm going to see XTRD coin. That's coin schedule. No, it's still not there. CoinGecko. So it was XTrade before, but XTRD. CoinGecko's not getting information on it either. So obviously I need to get that sorted as well. I'm kind of speaking to somebody at XTRD just now. We might be doing something in the future, but it's not why I've kind of looked at it before, because I didn't speak to the team before that. I just decided to kind of do my own research, just as usual. I decided to do my own research, but I do like XTRD, and I think it represents a good buying opportunity just now. But I can imagine that with the whole market being down, you might want to wait for that as well. 9:18. God, we're nearly finished. I didn't realise that was the time. So IoT Financial, that was your XTRD. Yeah, if Babb can announce a banking license and a new exchange at the same time, that'd be excellent. It'd be amazing if they'd done that. Imagine if they said, okay, we've got the Bahrain banking license, we've got that, we can start doing that already, and then they say, okay, we're going to be listed on the likes of KuCoin, but I don't think Binance is going to be in the near term. But KuCoin or something like that would be really good. Or one of the Asian exchanges, I don't see that happening either. Or one of the big Asian exchanges, I don't see that happening. Himanshu is saying, what's your view on SNTR and EXRN? EXRN looks okay for a punt, I would say. For a punt, if it was a long-term, not a long-term thing, but just a set and forget, you just buy maybe $500 worth and you could get EXRN, you could get probably about 10 million EXRN for about $500. But they have 100 billion tokens, EXRN. It was the same one I'm thinking about. 100 billion tokens, but they gave 70% of them away in an airdrop. So just for signing up and stuff like that, you could have got 10 million EXRN tokens. So I don't see them doing well in the short term, but they could do well if you just kind of hold them, $500 worth, and just hodl, see what happens. SNTR, don't know too much about either. Axax, sorry, I'm aware of the time just now. Been listening for a while, first time in live chat, normally sleeping at this time, California. Wow, so it's 1:20 in the morning in California. Brilliant, but it's good to have you here, ACS. Brilliant to have you here. MT, 3 months left for the bear market, I'm hoping. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be years for the bear market, MT. I think it is going to be a couple of months and then we're going to go shooting back up again for the end of the year. Tony Pettit, blockchain tech couldn't sustain mass adoption at the moment. It's getting there though. Yeah, exactly that as well, Tony. If everybody was to suddenly get into it and the governments were saying you need to get into the blockchain, you need to start buying cryptocurrencies, the network wouldn't be able to handle it. We know what Ethereum's like as well, but they've got the kind of lightning there. They've got loads of kind of innovations coming out and loads of projects that are coming out to speed up the kind of mass adoption as well and to increase the transaction speed as well. So I think it's coming, but it's getting there, but it wouldn't be ready just now. So now is not the right time for mass adoption. And you're right, we don't want that just now, right this minute, because we've not got the tech there just now. But you're right, it's coming. And we've got loads of projects coming out that are looking to do just that. So I think that's a really good point. Gethin Davis, I took a position out in the Ether Sports holding. I think it will blow up after the competition gaming platform goes live in Q4. I do as well. And I think getting in just now is a really good idea for Ether Sports. 2 million market capitalization. And just hold till the end of the year and just see what happens there. I just think it is going to be really big, and I think it's a 10x for sure. No bother. With the likes of EOS and Tron, yeah, I think there's just loads of kind of projects out there, but it's which one is going to be sustainable, which one is going to be last for the long term. Is it going to be EOS? Is it going to be Tron? Is it going to be, we think Bitcoin is definitely going to be there, but is anybody going to overtake Ethereum, for example? And how is Ethereum going to be speeded up? Obviously they've got Lightning Network and they've got other things, innovations coming out as well. But it's just all these questions that keep coming up. Buck Savage, good morning to you. Owen West, good day, Steve. Just went to stock up on Ken and Babb and typical IDX are doing maintenance. IDX, they are a joke. They really are a joke. Shea, Steve, what do you think of FRV? FRV are okay for trading. I wouldn't, as a company, I don't know if I just don't see the point about the fitness and what they're doing and why it's on the blockchain. That's what I didn't, when I first went to check FRV as well. Marina Paps, do you get Pundex airdrop? If I get them on Bancor? Yes, you do. If you've got because Bancor is just an Ethereum wallet, basically. So it's like kind of MetaMask or MyEther wallet. You will get it on Bancor as well if you hold your Pundex on Bancor. They do support the airdrop, yeah. Owen West, thoughts on Docademic? McAfee is promoting it on Twitter. I've seen that as well. I didn't check it out. I actually like John McAfee. He's very entertaining and I think he's a very smart guy, so I do like him. But I didn't check that one out. I've seen a tweet about it. Dean Marina, yes, bankers support it. Yep. Crush up the likes, everyone. Yep, crush the likes. If you like this video, subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. Farah Tannehill, what about Pundex? We won vote for BitZ. I've seen that as well. What do you think about Babb? I've just kind of explained about that, Babb, and why it's so good for the future. Still got loads of potential to 10x even from here. Hey Steve, morning. Hope you're getting double time today. Double time and a half. Mike, how you doing, Mike D? Dalton, if we had 6,000, we're going to 3,000. Don't see it at all. Dalton, just do not see 3,000 at all in the near term or the long term. My opinion, of course. Cole Phillips, good morning. Didn't realise we were on today. Sorry I'm late. No problem at all. We're just kind of going to wrap up in about 5 minutes. I'm just going to get through the comments first. Anyone interested in Typerium ICO? I'm thinking of putting a small bit in. Pre-ICO, 1 cent, starts this week. Nah, never seen it. Typerium, Honest Crypto Journey for PundiX. When do they do their snapshot and how long do you need to hold the NPX to get the airdrops? Between the 29th of May, I don't know the exact time, and 31st of May, that's when the snapshot is, and then you'll probably get them maybe a week after that or something. Million perhaps have TRX and EOS. I think I'm just going to hold, and even past the testnet dates and hold till end of year. I think that's a good idea. If you believe in a coin, then there's no harm in holding at all. Matthew Park's going to watch PundiX closely. I think there's a danger of people getting the 7%, then tanking more than this before people can get the money out. Yeah, but you've got to remember they do the buybacks as well. They've got the buybacks coming up. I think the buybacks, the last one, we'll just look at PundiX very quickly, the medium. I think it was 1.3 cents and 2 cents. That was the buyback. And buyback. Medium. So they've still got another 2 or 3 buybacks left. That's from May the 16th. So within the past few weeks, so visit merchant banks, blah blah blah. So partnership reserve fund. The total buyback of NPX will be 2,000 Ethereum. That's done over stages. We've kind of discussed that. Update on April the 17th. So they bought back at 3/10 of a cent and up to 3.6 tens. Then April 19th they've done the same. Update on May the 1st. Update on May the 5th. The fourth NPX buybacks will be executed at a price of 1.25 cents and 2 cents for upcoming partnerships. Due to the ongoing BitSet listing voting, we decided to have an additional NPX buybacks of equivalent to 100 ETH to the fourth buyback plan. It will be executed at a price of 1.25. So they're being really smart about this PundiX, so I don't think it's going to tank after the airdrop. So we'll have to think about the buybacks as well. That's a lot of people are not kind of thinking about that. This is the Etherscan address. So 11 days ago. Right, so that's not a buyback as such. That was only 11,000 value. Yeah, so think about the buybacks as well. So PundiX still got a long way to go. So it's worth considering when you're thinking about that. So I don't think it's going to tank. Matthew. Kim O'Brien, don't forget to crash the likes, everyone, or is it crush the likes? Crush the likes. Crush the likes, Kim. US is my preference over Tron, but just have a personal preference looking at the variety of airdrops in the future. Yeah. Lawrence Genesis Group. Steve, do you have any thoughts on Phantom? Sorry, Photon. I was going to say Phantom's another one. Phantom's an ICO, an Asian ICO that I really like the look of. That's the only exception. So it might be serendipitous that you kind of said that Phantom there. So I'm just going to show you this as well. This is one I thought about getting into. And I think it could be really good, but with the current market conditions just now, I don't know if the price is right and it's not coming up. Yeah, the future of a decentralized ecosystem. This might be a kind of good one to have got into. I just like the look of it. So it was just when you said Phantom there, but it's Photon you were talking about. But Phantom was the one ICO I was thinking about getting into. So you might want to check that as well. Sorry, Photon. Don't have any thoughts on Photon. I've never seen it, to be honest, or have I? There's that many coins you see. Photon, PHO. 4 million market cap. Right, it's half the price it was. It's up 40%. What's the market it's on? Cryptopia. So it's on the smaller exchanges. Website, Photon, CC. Pays to play. optimized for in-game transactions and for in-game mining. See, there's a lot of coins like this as well, for gaming, for in-games and stuff like that as well. I'm just not sure which one's going to win out overall. So no real thoughts on it, to be honest. I was just checking out, just for looking at it there. Will Tron go down before the mainnet? Well, it certainly looks that way just now, but we don't know. Where is Tron just now? 900, 901. There's USDT. 7210. It really depends on the Bitcoin price. If we're kind of being really honest, it looks as if Bitcoins go down, so it looks as if Tron is going to go down short term. So we've got 3 days to the mainnet launch, and essentially 3 days till another announcement comes out. So we need to wait and see what the announcement is. But just looking at the charts and looking at what Tron's doing just now, it looks as if it's going to go down a wee bit more. But we've got to remember the fundamentals as well, not just the kind of technical analysis. We've got to remember the fundamentals, and that is they're bringing out mainnet, plus they're going to have, I would imagine, more than one announcement, and they're going to have that conference on May the 31st as well. So we'll need to wait and see how the market reacts to the news that's coming out as well. But short term, even the next kind of day or so, it might go down. A good trading opportunities for Tron in the next couple of days. Studio 10, I doubled my Babb with FRV, but now I'm tucked up on the wrong side. Yeesh. FRV represents a kind of good buying or trading opportunity with FRV. So just look at FRV just now. Where is it? FRV minus 6 point. So yeah, it's down to 0.2% just now. But if we look kind of where it has been, I'll just see if it's got it on. There's a dog barking in the background. Yeah, if we look at where it has been as well. Where are we? Price USD, no point. So it's been up to 2 cents. So 10 times the price of where it is just now. So there could be opportunities that way. As a company, we'll just have a look at it, Petrova, because I did look at it before. And I didn't dismiss it, I just kind of dismissed it for myself. But we'll just have a look at Petrova as well. It's 9:31, really kind of got time. So it's talking about it tells you what the token is. Petrova's revolution in health and fitness by harnessing blockchain technology. Designed to practically save the health and fitness by way of providing a clean, concise payment system together with harnessing blockchain technology to maintain accurate billing and membership details, as well as logging, user flow and sharing information, individual client goals and stuff like that. See, that on paper you'd go, well, that's really good, that looks kind of good, but then you ask, does it need to be on the blockchain for that? And that's when I looked at Petrova as well. When I was looking for coins, I looked at Petrova and I thought, it doesn't need to be on the blockchain. It might make it quicker. I don't think there's going to be a huge benefit to it being, there probably is, I've just not looked into it deep enough, but that was a question I asked when I looked at Petrova. But it represents good kind of buying opportunities as well when you see the price going that low. Mark Kelty, small steps is always for the big players. Once they start the sprint, there'll be no catching then. Start the race now, as they'll have far more energy than you. Yes, definitely. Have you figured the gas rate as a percentage OK banker transactions? Is it sliding scale just over $2,000? It goes up. No, Stephen Valley. So the Bancor, it depends. We've got to remember with the Bancor, it depends. The premium you're paying depends on the liquidity of the coin as well. Somebody was talking about this on one of the YouTube kind of comments as well. So it depends on the liquidity of the coin as well. So if we look down here and we click on liquidity, the depth. So BNT, you're going to have no issues there if you're buying a lot of BNT. So if we just click on 1 Ethereum, you'd get 150 BNT. If you click on 10, you get 1,509. So it's just going up in multiples of 10. If you buy 100, 15085. So that shows you there's not going to be a premium with that, because you're going to get roughly the same price even if you buy 100 worth of Ethereum. But the lower liquidity depth coins, if we look at Vetrova, for example, if we buy one Vetrova FRV, sorry. So we're going to get 199,000. So we'd expect to get 1.9 million if we bought 10, but if we buy 10, we get 1.1 million. So that's a big, huge drop. If we buy 100, we're only going to get 2 million. So that's a big, huge premium for that. So we'd really expect for 100, we'd really expect 19 million to get for 100 Ethereum. If we're getting 199,000 for one Ethereum, for 100 we'd expect to get 19 million, but we're only going to get 2 million. That's not coming up as quick there. Yeah. For 100. So it's pretty good, and that's not right actually, unless it's really bad. So you have to look at the liquidity as well. If the liquidity is really low, you're going to get charged a premium on FRV as well. So you'd really have to be looking at kind of buying half an ETH or something. So you have to look at the liquidity as well. So some of the higher liquidity ones are the ones that are going to be on the other exchanges. See, this is why BAX is okay, it's quite good as well. For BAX, if you're looking at buying BAX, for example, it's not quite as bad a premium. So if you're looking at buying one BAX, or one Ether worth of BAX, you get 291,000. So you'd expect 2.9 million if you're buying 10 Ether worth, and you get 2.88. So the premium is not that high because the liquidity is much higher as well. So when you're buying on Banco, you have to kind of look at that. Same with them PunDX as well. You're not going to get charged a huge premium. Obviously, you've got your normal fees. So yeah, you have to look at that as well. JC Standard, great altcoin buzz. Also promoting Babb on the latest video. Brilliant. Liam Seabrook, great videos, Steve, great videos and great community. Yeah, if you want to join us over in the community, join us. Just the community is brilliant. The free group and the premium group as well. So the links are down below for the free group. If you want to join premium, you can get the monthly program, $37 a month, and you get 4 calls every single month, where I take the research away from you. I save you hours and hours of work, take out the research for you, and I'll shout out, I'll give you a call of 4 coins every single month. Sometimes more than that, to be honest. I think I've done about 8 or 9 calls this month in the month of May. So probably sometimes more than that, but at least 4 calls a month as I see them. Usually low market capitalization coins, but there will be other opportunities when I'm seeing my trading strategies and I see the way I trade. When I see opportunities, I'll let you know about them as well. And the group in there, the premium group, is just brilliant as well, and it's just really buzzing at the moment. Still never looked at Apollo properly. I've looked at it very briefly. So in Banker, you're better off sending token to other big exchange when listed to save on liquidity loss. Yes, you are. So if you say, it depends on liquidity depth. So if FRV, for example, was on another exchange, then you're better going over to IDEX or somewhere like that to trade it. So you have to be careful when you're trading on Bancor as well, really careful. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now for the moment. Hope you have a brilliant day, whatever you're doing. If you're on a bank holiday in the UK, have a brilliant day, because we're enjoying the sunshine. And thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. And just consider joining us in the Facebook group and the Telegram group as well. And consider joining the program as well, just to help out. And thank you very much for being here. And until, I won't be here tomorrow. I will not be here tomorrow, I know that. So be here maybe Wednesday, just depends how it goes. And I'll see you very, very soon though. Until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.